Lives Matter just occurred here is on June 2nd, 2020, which is the beginning. And yesterday was good and yesterday was bad. Yesterday was good and last night was bad. So we're gonna go for this highlights thing and all this stuff 1 week ago since the death of George at the hands of the officer. Okay, so after that, I've seen this enough. I have watched it so many times, and that's where then that we had to live with it by then. And also, it's just a moment. It was the moment that we have been talking about. All lives matter, and it's very special and very important of last week. Last week was very important that touched a lot of people. And now we have been going through this and just a little bit. So now, here we go. Here's look what happened last week. Last night was, what we talking about when I talk about yesterday, about Spike Lee and the whale wanting and that's the way to expect that they have been going through all this time. So, but hey, life will go on. The protests are in, and the coronavirus, the new cases of coronavirus that we're worried about here. But hey, life is life. It's all about living. I see people wearing the mask when they were marching. I see a lot of stuff happening here in this country. I see a lot of stuff happening here in the war, in this war, and it's just it's just incredible. It's very incredible. But now we have to live with it. We have to live with it. We just can't do this because we just can't let them do this because a lot of stuff is not gonna it's not gonna bring George Floyd to justice. It's not gonna bring George Floyd to justice, and that's what we have to live with for a very, very long time. And this is about life. It's about life, and it's about love, and it's about everything that's going on in the streets. The streets have been and have been normal, and have been above normal, and that's for sure. So this is what we have been through, what we are going through. So enjoy it. We have to enjoy it as much as we can. We have to enjoy it. It's very amazing. It's very important in this world that we live in. I saw people marching. I see those demonstrators are being angry and very angry at the police again. Police came out before and police and that they pepper spray and they know I know the demonstrators are talk bad on the police, cussing the police, and then police had to use pepper spray of everybody. It's a bad place, and it's not crazy. It's shit happens, really happens, really. So now I didn't say it about so now we have to look at life. We have to look at life that we have talking about this on and on. And just like this, it's amazing, very amazing that this is all about. All lives matter. I say it again. All lives matter. We all know about the Black Lives Matter. Yes, we always talk about. We raise fists to the music. So it's everybody's guessing. It's everybody's going on, and it's just continue. People are going to try to. I mean, People had a really hard time cleaning up stuff. Last week was a Memorial Day and weekend, and it was last it was last May, late May. It was a Memorial Day weekend. And then this, and last week was this, and on May 25th. Now we're on June the 2nd, Marching Day, marching for George Floyd. Protesters are marching. People getting along with police. Some get along, and some will not. But but they all know that people have to live with it. So why we have to live, everybody? Reverend our shout on the radio every Sunday. We listen to Reverend our shout on the radio every Sunday morning at 9. My mom and my grandmother were arguing with each other about something that those wallets and and it's I was laughing at it. She and my mother were arguing about the whites and tear the stuff up and tear all the buildings and destroy all those police control cars. But my grandmother never have it. What has happened and what the war has been look like and what the war will be look like. But hey, stuff crazy all the time. But we ain't having it when people going to Washington D.C. and so last night near the White House, President Trump, President Trump is outside the White House when he gave the conference of the card, and he was raising the Bible. Yeah, no, Donald Trump was raising the Bible in his hand. He had a Bible in his hand, and God bless him. I really do. God bless Donald Trump for what he was doing. God bless him. Now see, and he sees, he walks all the way, he's doing something. And that's what he was doing, raising the Bible in his hand. God bless him. And God bless America because what he was doing is very powerful. And it's not very stupid. So what he did is raising the Bible and he just said, well, it is all about the mess. Donald Trump knows what he's about to do and what he's doing. So anyway, just I know you don't want. And so now, last night things get out of hand. People had coughing, and some people will have coughing, and some people don't. In Los Angeles, I saw less, and today in Los Angeles, I see people marching. I see people marching. We know about Ice Cube. Ice Cube wasn't in the mood last week. He wasn't in the mood last week because of all this stuff going on. Everything's going on. So much violence right now going on. Actually, right now, every day, they see where there's violence. Every day where I see violence everywhere. I seen some stuff going on. I see a lot of stuff going on, but anyway. And some people say people, and others say people. Tell these guys like, hey, lawn people, law need to stop. Tell the buildings, burn stuff up, stealing it, all this stuff like it's 1992. And they ain't people, those grandparents, they ain't having it. They need food, they need everything. And that's it is. And, you know, it's all important. It's life right now. People are getting angry. People in the world are angry every day. But what has happened for sure, what has happened everywhere, people every day in the world, every day, every day. So it is matter, just about the matter of time. Look, in this days in the container on Joseph Club, on my show, I had lived, I had lived with nonviolence. I had lived with nonviolence everywhere. But now I'm going now with no violence, no violence for myself, by myself. I will not live with violence every year, every day, every week, and every month. And I'm singing this artist does. Last, I was a kid back then. He always liked that. It was a crazy, crazy war. When I live in the neighborhood, and then Doy says lives now. Doy says lives now is in what's in the past. 10, 5, 5 years later was in the past. That's why I'm here. I'm here. I'm here every time. I'm here every time. But there is no ugliness. And I always know that God don't like ugly. He don't like the ugly it is. So the so now the protesters are marching. They're marching everywhere in LA, Baltimore, Minneapolis, where George Floyd was at. That's the way it is. And now what I see is considered nothing. Now here are the damage that they had done. The damage was done less than a week. The damage was done less than a week when protesters destroyed every building all over the place. People all over the place in the streets in LA and something like that's got happening. But ladies and gentlemen, and I don't want to get into it just for sure. But we're living in the world right now where a lot of people notice now. Yes. So now this is the reason. This is the one that is all to be. We ought to be we ought to be grateful. We ought to be proud as one. Everybody knows how to be proud about. So meanwhile, just a morning, this morning, and what this all about is America. America needs to be healed. The America needs to be strong. The America needs to be very, very great of all nations. What I saw here, what I saw here last night, some people were good and some people were bad. And just on the matter of time. But anyway, I became the I shouldn't be a reporter. I should never be on the reporter. I should never get hired by CNN. And yeah, right about that. That's all I have. I'm on a silence for 20 seconds. Okay, Do you get cocky right now? Okay. So anyway, people, last, let everybody know. We have to let everybody know how this is going on in the world here. But now, let's go down to what we seen. What I'm seeing is everything. I mean, everything that knows. So, everybody gonna know about this. Well, no, it was in the past now. Let it go. Well, no, long people are going. The long people are gonna say, no, we're not gonna tear the place off. We're not gonna tear the place off and press up. And you always have, but it will never will. You always have, but you never will. So this time, I am just continuing to demand and amazing what will come in the future. This future that is gonna come in the future is called everybody's war. We're all everyday people in our lives that know. We're all everyday people. Every day is every day, and somehow they know how this place is really is. And if these people don't act, don't know how to behave, that there is no justice for George Floyd. George Floyd is not going to bring the justice if it happens, they don't behave. So now we seeing this and we seeing that, seeing this, saying that. Yeah, there'll be times, and they're having announced that the funeral of George Floyd will be this Saturday. So the streets in Minneapolis very quiet, but they're not very so quietly because of all this chaos and all this stuff going on. So we're gonna go to this Minneapolis stuff. So we're gonna. This is not the only one that we have to be doing. This is not the only one that we have to be doing. And now with this, I was going to continue this. Now, the state of Minnesota launched a sweeping civil rights probe into the Minneapolis Police Department on Tuesday and legally killed a black man during an arrest, officials said. The probe, streaming from the death of George Floyd, will be designed to root out systematic. Now, the Minnesota Department of Human Rights is federal commissioner's charge at this committee criminal launching a civil rights investigation against the Minneapolis Police Department, Ross said. The investigation was revealed MPD's police policies, producers, and practices over the last 10 years to determine that to autonomize. If the department has analyzed and systematic discrimination practicing towards people of color. Human Rights Commissioner Rebecca Roscoe said her agency saw peoples on the chair in Minneapolis at about 4 p.m. session on Tuesday. While investigators will have some of the power, Roscoe said she expects the city to be open with records and hopes to have findings in several months. We're hoping that this is something we can move forward very quickly on because of shared values and goals around the institution, he said. The Minneapolis City Council said it will assess. We welcome and fully support the Minnesota Department of Human Rights Woolworth's investigation of the Minneapolis Police Department. According to the council statement, we welcome the state to use its full weight to hold the Minneapolis Police Department accountable for any and all abuse of power and homes to our community. Stay ready to act in this process as full parents. The city lawmakers said that efforts to oversee its police department have been historically constrained by the city chapter state law, so they're working new tools to pursue transformational structural changes. For our city to begin healing, we need to deliver justice for George Floyd and his family, and that's a deep win for political reforms. Jacobs Fallon said in a statement. Minneapolis and cities across the nation have been swept up in mass protests against police brutality and systematic racism in the wake of the death of George Floyd. For years in Minneapolis, police chiefs and elected officials committed to change have been driven by police uniform UN protectors and laws that sever limits accountabilities among police departments, Fowler said. A welcome today announcement because working through those presidential fellows, shaping the code of podcasters, and addresses supplemented racism will require all of us working hand in hand. It was a week Minneapolis police response to a call reporting that Floyd might have passed a bad $20 bill. Four city police officers evidently handcuffed Floyd and pinning him face down the pavement as Officer Derek Chevin put his knee into the fallen man's neck for nearly 9 minutes. All four officers were fouled, and Scheller was arrested on Friday, charged with third-degree murder. Before he died, Floyd repeatedly said, "I can't breathe," as passerby for the incident, and also pleaded for the officers to get off the man's neck. So that's what they're talking about. That's what they talk about since the move of 1989, where Wado Wahine was killed after and after South book Wado Wahine's radio, and that's what Spike Lee has talking about for sure. Now, in the states like this, they can live together with people. They can do everything they want to, but it's not. But it's gonna stop, and it's not gonna start every day. And we have been just so loving as we have, and we are as one of the nation. So like they said, everything will change. Everything will change. That's what I'm doing. I could respect white people. I could respect white people and black people and Mexicans. I could respect that. I would show love for them, including the police officers. They're good friends. They're a good friend of mine. The other police departments are a good friend of mine, and I enjoy it. And I very nice to me when I was went to school with. So the, in this in this continue, let's just show love to getting one another, show love one another, and just get along for one another. Because this can affect along what Reverend R. Shaw said. Reverend R. Shaw, this guy that knows that now. Reverend R. Shaw is more. I know people that know what it's all about, and they show love. We show all whites, blacks, and live in all this era. We live in a country, the country that we have to live in. And I know the difference that we made. It's all about this town. It's all about something. and something else that we have to show for it. We have to go forward. We need to go forward, and we have to do this because we are all lives matter. All lives matter, Lord. It's just a one, and we are everyday people. So let's just pray right now. No way. Let's bow our hands and pray about 5 seconds. God help the United States of America. Amen. That's all I have to say. For myself, I'm Joseph Crudup, and God bless the United States of America, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace, everybody. Love you.